So you're looking at a tune for your 4.2 liter Yamaha V6. Now there's a lot of engines and a lot of outputs for this particular displacement. You've got 200 SHO, you've got 225 offshore, 250 offshore and SHO, and then you got your 300 offshore, right? There's lots of different motors and outputs and stickers and versions that are gonna come in this particular 4.2 liter displacement. Now the good thing is, in my opinion, you've got one of the greatest outboard engines ever made. As far as the world of mechanical things go, nothing's ever 100% reliable, but these Yamahas are really, really close. The good news is this product's not gonna affect that. We're not gonna affect any reliability, any longevity, your maintenance schedule's not gonna change, all that stuff's gonna be the same. Now, when we're talking about any of these engines, no matter where you fall in this lineup, you're gonna be getting 332 horsepower. Now, if you're on the top end, you stand to gain the least. So if you've got 300 or set of 300 outboards, then you're gonna be getting 32 horsepower per outboard. In those cases, I wouldn't expect you to gain much mile an hour. We're not adding a bunch of horsepower here. What you're really gonna be purchasing here is gonna be the fuel economy. The boat will run better and crisper. All of the customers will say, a lot of times right off getting on throttle, they'll say, hey, this thing's a lot more responsive. They'll notice that right away. There's some more torque in the mid-range, and you might get 2 miles an hour if you really push it and look for it. But really the gains in the fuel economy department on those, we're gonna cut right to your fuel bill every year with this tune. Now, if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, on the very bottom end at 200 SHO, this is one of the greatest tunes that we offer. You get a genuine 100 horsepower. Now, with the SHOs, to keep in mind here, they're a little bit underrated. Where we dyno test these things stock, and offshore is gonna run pretty true. So if it says 250 on it, it dynos at 250. The SHOs are gonna run a little hot. So if you've got a 200 offshore, it makes closer to 230. So you get an actual 100 horsepower from the tune. If you've got a 250 SHO, then it's gonna run about 280. And so you're gonna get that same 50, you're gonna get about 50 horsepower there, right? So that's something to keep in mind for you SHO guys that are looking at this product in particular, is the gain seems bigger on paper. Make sure you check out those dyno sheets to get a real representation of what you're actually looking at gaining. All in all, it's a great product. In general, if we're talking about adding horsepower and prop changes, my general rule of thumb is 50 horsepower. If you're gaining more than 50 horsepower, you're probably gonna need a little bit of a prop change. If you're getting less than, you're probably not going to need that prop change. Now that's all based on, is your boat propped correctly in the first place? And there's lots of factors that go into that. It never hurts to reach out to us and ask us about that. Once you get your tune done, we can look at your numbers, we can give you recommendations on who to go to for props and everything along those lines. A couple of final thoughts for you, a little bit of house cleaning to kind of tie everything together. One thing you want to keep in mind is, unless we're talking about one of the eco tunes, all of these tunes are going to run 89 octane. You can certainly run 93 octane. It's not really giving you any benefit there. You're gonna want to run your 89. That's gonna cover your ethanol-free stuff. Pretty much everywhere that you can get it, it's gonna be 89 or 90 octane. And so you wanna make sure you're running that 89 octane so you don't cause damage to the engine while you're running this tune. Additionally, the year models on the website are pretty accurate. So if you're older than what's listed on the website, realistically, we're probably not going to be able to tune your engine. The same thing kind of applies if you're digging through the ECU part numbers. If you don't see yours, we probably can't tune that particular engine, especially if we're talking about older stuff. If you've got a brand new engine, then oftentimes the part numbers aren't on our website because it's just an engine we haven't seen yet. So if you got a brand new engine, feel free to reach out to us, talk to us about it. We can see if maybe it's just a delay on the website side. Maybe we do have the part number, it's just not updated yet. Or in cases where we don't have it on the website and we don't have the tune, we oftentimes can still get that tune made from Nizpro. It just takes a little bit of extra time on the turnaround. All in all, it's a great product. It would fit your boat really, really well. If you have any questions about this product any further, make sure you reach out to us because we are here to help.